Hello, everybody. This is your boy, the Almighty Green Talents, coming at you with a video that's quite concerning to me about a former player who used to play for the Philadelphia Eagles, and for some odd reason, he begun to start hating for the club he played for. Um, I've heard around the rumor mill from um, from YouTube out Eagles content creator outlet, the social media, Eagles fan base alike. We're talking about this guy, and we're gonna get into T.O. and Freddie Mitchell in a few minutes in this video. But I just want to go in and talk about this guy here. His name is Donovan McNabb, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback who played with the Eagles from 1999 to 2010, I believe, or 2009. Somewhere longer been there. This guy is the Eagles all-time passer in Eagles history with like 35 or 36,000 yards passing. He also the all-time leading touchdown and interception ratio with like 200 some touchdowns, or might be two or two some touchdowns, maybe less than 100 interceptions of his career. He also has an all-time winning record percentage with the Philadelphia Eagles, I believe, and he at one point all owned the record for the most passing yards in one season, which goes back to 2004, which was the year that Terrell Owens became a Philadelphia Eagles. He threw for like 3,700 yards in one season. That record has long been broken by Carson Wentz, who now owns the record for 4,000 yard passing. So that record been long breaking. So he's now second behind Carson Wentz for the most yards by one team. But anyway, I just wanted to put those stats in motion before I get to what I want to talk about. Donovan McNabb. I have a lot of respect for this man. I really did. Back when he was drafted, up until his release, up to his trade to the Washington Redskins at the time, and up to him playing with the Minnesota Vikings before he was cut loose from the Minnesota Vikings. Then he was trying to get his career back on track to sign for another team. I think he did. Went in for a trial for another team, but he never got signed. So he actually called a career around 2010 or 11, somewhere along up in he called a career. He had his number retired, number 5 retired back in 2013 or 14, somewhere along up in he had jersey number retired. And so, but this guy had been a part of the sports and entertainment program for quite some time since his retirement. He had been on FS1. He had been on other radio stations around the country, or better yet, where he stayed in Arizona. This guy had been totally disrespecting the Philadelphia Eagles for the longest. Like I said, I heard it in the rumor mill about him. I really didn't want to believe it, but now after hearing this from other Eagle content creators out there, this guy really ain't who I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? And he's a hater. He's a bona fide hater. He's a jealous buffoon. He's jealous, and at this time right now, I really can't stand him anymore. I mean, I lost all respect for this man. I only got one or two of his jerseys. I think I got one jersey of him. Well, actually, I got two. I bought a black jersey of him back here a while back here off eBay back here a while back. And I bought one jersey that had number 5 on him with him throwing a football. That's 2. Yeah, I got 3 jerseys of Donovan McNabb. 3 jerseys. And so, like I said, I had a lot of respect for the man. I really did. And after hearing what he had to say about Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, talking about the Eagles are not a Super Bowl team. They are 2 players away from winning the Super Bowl. That is the most ridiculous thing I think I have ever heard from a former player with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, Reason why I say this because see, the reason why I'm making this video up on it because I wanted to get this off my chest because see, it makes no sense to be a hater that long. I mean, it got been hate on the Philadelphia Eagles probably within the last 7 or 8 years, probably longer than that. Why should you hate on a franchise that got your career going in the first place? Why? If anything, you should be cheering us on, despite the players that we need to get forward to the Super Bowl. Right now, excuse me, right now, I have lost all respect for Donovan McNabb. I really have. His jerseys, I think I'm gonna throw his jersey so far back in the closet. They're gonna collect dust, or better yet, moths might even start eating on his jerseys. That's how disgusted I am with this man. I mean, this is. I mean, how can you hate on Jalen Hurts? I mean, this is a young guy who came after you, probably looked up to you. So for you to even bash him and back the team like that, that showed that you have no respect for nobody at all. You only care about yourself. Now, you may be a good husband, and you may be a good father, and a good nephew, or a good son, or son-in-law, however all this may do off the field. You may be all that. But if folks ask your teammates, now speaking of teammates, now I remember Terrell Owens. If you guys remember, Terrell Owens came to the Eagles in 2004, 2005. If you guys remember, he if you guys remember the scene, he had a bunch of news media around him. He was in front of his house and he was doing all those push-ups and stuff, talking about how to keep himself in shape. I've always wondered. At first I thought it was the Philadelphia Eagles fan base, and I thought it was the contract that he was going through with the Eagles. Come to find out that might not be what it was. I think he wanted to leave the Philadelphia Eagles. I really think he wanted to leave, and McNabb might have something to do with it. If you guys remember back here a while back 2004, with McNabb and when actually I think it was the Pittsburgh game. I think that's what it was. When Pittsburgh, was it Pittsburgh? It was either Pittsburgh or it might have been Baltimore. I'm not exactly sure which team it was, but the Eagles played one of those teams, or it might have been another team. I'm not exactly sure. If you guys remember, Don McNabb and Terrell Owens was having some problems on the sideline. McNabb didn't even want to acknowledge Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was trying to, I think he was trying to apologize to him, to smooth everything over. I thought that was a lie because the next game they were playing on the sidelines, because the media was hyping them up about the problem that they were having in that game they played, the game that they lost. And I'm beginning to think now that might have been legit. I think Terrell Owens wanted to leave the Philadelphia because of Donovan McNabb. I think McNabb was the reason why he wanted to leave. That's what I really believe. And so off of that, now on to Freddie Mitchell. Now, you know what? I thought Freddie Mitchell was losing his head. I thought he was losing his mind. I really thought he was. He said Donovan McNabb cost him some millions. At first, I thought he was smoking or something. I thought the man was on a natural high. I am so wrong. Freddie Mitchell, I apologize to you, bro. I really do. Now I'm beginning to see what you and Terrell Owens saw in this ass clown. I'm beginning to see what y'all see now. Freddie Mitchell, I think McNabb did cost you your career. I really believe that he did now. And Terrell Owens, I really believe you wanted to leave the Eagles because of McNabb. I don't think it had anything to do with the contract. I think you wanted to leave because of McNabb. So it's a shame that one player can cause a one man his career and cause one guy to leave. If you guys also remember back here a while back around that time, they said Terrell Owens and McNabb divided the locker room. And so that was around the time that the social media at the time was trying to figure out was Andy Reid losing the locker room. I don't think that was the case. I think Terrell Owens was trying to state his case about Donovan McNabb. I think that's what it was. And some of the players on that team probably agreed with Terrell Owens. Matter of fact, all of them probably did. I'm willing to bet the whole locker room probably did. Because Donovan McNabb might have rubbed some people. He might have rubbed a bunch of people on that team the wrong way. He probably did. And so you really can't say what you want to say because you on that team, y'all together. So you try to keep anything, you try to keep everything in house. So I'm thinking that's probably what it was. But now since these guys are no longer playing in the NFL, Terrell Owens is in the NFL Hall of Fame. He went to the Hall of Fame, I think 3 years ago. He went to the Hall of Fame. Would Donovan McNabb make the Hall of Fame? You know what? At this point in time, I really don't even care if he makes it or don't. Because you have no right to disrespect people in that fashion. You have no right to talk about the team in that fashion. See, the Eagles have gone to a whole new different direction, not just once, but 3 times. You had Chip Kelly, you had Doug Peterson, and now you got Nick Sirianni. You got 3 different teams, 3 different coaches brought in 3 different styles of offenses. And the team has evolved over the years. Now you still got some of these guys who played with Donovan McNabb, like let me see who played with Donovan McNabb at the time. Jason Kelsey played with McNabb at the time, and then you got what's his name, Brandon Graham. Those 2 guys that I can think of right now that have played with Donovan McNabb. You could say Jason P, but Jason P is now gone. He with the Cowboys. He been gone for the past 3 years from the Eagles. He played with 2 different teams. The Chicago Bears, and he played for now he with the Dallas Cowboys. He played with 2 different teams. One team, when the Eagles cut him loose 1 year, he didn't play. So he played with the Chicago 1 year, and he played with Cowboys this year. So them are all 2 guys, among 3 guys that I could think of that was part of the Donovan McNabb women that was on that team at the time. Brandon Graham and Jason Kelsey. So it just the thing is, you not supposed to talk about your teammates like that. You're not supposed to no jealous. If anything, you should be happy that the Eagles are going in the right direction. Because everything for the Eagles right now is trending toward the right direction. And everything for the Eagles is trending in the right direction. There's no backpedaling. Everything going forward. And McNabb he see it, but he don't want to be associated with it. So he preferred to create all these lies and all these crazy accusations about the Eagles. How about the Eagles are 2 players away from winning it all. We won it all in 2017, 5 years ago. And we were short some players then. So why would you even come up with the notion of saying that the Eagles are 2 players away from winning the Super Bowl? I don't get this. I looked at, I'm not gonna mention the guy's name, but he's an Eagles content creator. He has his own show. He used to be part of another show, but he left and then he got his own show. He mentioned what Donovan McNabb said on one of these sports channels on FS1. Now that's actually what it was. But when he said what he said about what McNabb said, it came to my attention that I don't heard many rumors about him saying things about the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, he basically had nothing to say good about the Eagles, nothing good to say about the Philadelphia, nothing good in the time that he has left, nothing good. It's like he wants the Eagles to trend downward, to stay down. That's what I'm getting from all these words that I'm hearing about this man. So it's hate. I mean, it is pure hate. Why would you want to discredit the Eagles in the way that they are going? I mean, this is a quarterback driven team. Hurst going the right direction. The guy playing quarterback He's doing what he does in the pocket and getting the ball out. I mean, he's making everything positive the right way. But for you to discredit him and the Philadelphia Eagles, that show that you are a hateful man. You got an attitude, you got a hateful attitude, you got a hateful character. I hope one day you get yours. They said karma's a bitch. If karma hasn't came for you at this time of nap, in some near future, it ain't gonna come for you. It really is. Why are you hating on a team that's trending upward? Why? It's like you want them to stay down in the dumps. They want to be you want either to be the dumpster fire or get their ass kicked by every team that they play this year and going forward. Why? Why, brother? So I'm hoping that this video gets out. I hope people understand where I'm going to coming from. Please comment in the comment section below. Thumbs up, notification bell on top, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel because I can't believe what I'm hearing about Donovan McNabb and his hateful ways to the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't get it. So anyway, it's the Green Talents, y'all. Enjoy your Friday. I'm gonna make another video in a few minutes about something else. I'm gonna go ahead and I just want to go ahead and clear. I just want to get this off my chest and get it while I'm thinking about it. Because if I don't, I probably forgot how to do it and what I'm going to say on the video and in the situation that I'm hearing about Donovan McNabb and his hateful ways to the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't get it. I just don't get it. He is hateful. He is a hateful guy. And he really is. I hope I never meet him. Like I said, I got 3 jerseys of him. I just bought 2 jerseys of him back a couple of years ago. Now I'm gonna put them son of a guns so far back in the closet. I hope they collect dust to a point where, where moths even get there and eat the jersey off the number 5 jersey. I have no respect for this guy anymore. I have lost respect for Donovan McNabb. I really have. That's a shame. That's a really shame. So anyway, you guys enjoy your weekend. I'm definitely gonna try to enjoy mine. Peace. Enjoy.